or her, or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
What's up, Gamer Nation? It's your boy, Oda King Live, coming at you again for another quick peek of one of my little retro treasures that, I so fucking covet and just love, and I said an F word, and I don't really care right now. Usually I do these ones family friendly, but hey, it's off the wall today, and, you get what you get. So as you can tell, today's episode is going to be on Shining Force for the Sega Genesis. Now, if you know me at all, you know that I didn't really grow up with a Genesis. I didn't have a Genesis. It was my uncle that had one. So I never really played a lot of the old Sega RPGs. I had the Nintendo, I had the Dragon Warrior and the Final Fantasy, but I didn't have the Shining Force and the Phantasy Star. So I've been scrambling most of my adult life trying to buy these suckers, and if you're any type of retro collector, you know that even the, beat up copy of whatever doesn't come too cheap, and as you can tell right there, if it'll ever focus, because this camera likes to be a dumbass. Yeah, you don't want to focus, you just want to be a dumbass. What if I pull you back a bit? No? Still nothing? I'll have to edit this, eh? Okay, can you get real, camera? Stop focusing on stuff on the background. What if I just zoom in a lot? Want to focus yet? There we go, it focused all for 2 seconds. Either way, even though this is being a total piece of crap, it's $44.99. So $45 for this game isn't the cheapest in the world. Now, of course, it was at a game store and I did a deal, got a half price kind of thing. So I'm appreciative of it. Now, this is the first Shining Force. I believe there was 2, 3, 4, I don't know, across even the Saturn. I believe there was one on the Saturn, maybe the Dreamcast. I'm not 100% sure. I know I got 1 or 2 of them else laying around here, but I know I didn't have part 1, so when it rolled up at my local game place, I knew I had to have it. And so I made a big deal one day and got it for like kind of half price. So role-playing action, up close and deadly. I always remember the Genesis having some pretty good RPGs, and I was always sad that I never got into them. Now, unfortunately, this copy doesn't have the manual, which really sucks. Now, of course, with eBay in this day and age, you can buy the manual, off by itself, or, if you really want to be cheap, you can buy a reproduction manual. Even the sleeve itself looks like it has some water damage there, and it's pretty crinkly. That kind of sucks. But the card itself is pretty, it's pretty mint, and like usual, it doesn't want to zoom in. What if I do this? Hey, will you zoom in if I do this? Will you focus? All right, yeah, there we go. So, the card itself is actually in really good shape, so I can't really complain about that. And with retro collecting nowadays, too, with so many, reproduction models around, you really got to keep an eye on it. I mean, they're even beating the cards up to look like they're legit. But 100%, borderline 100%, this is legit, and the battery died. And we're back! So, either way, as you can tell, the position of the game has changed. Camera's not on the tripod. I'm just doing a quick little wrap up here. The camera died, as you know. And, just wanted to do a little outro here, just talking about the Genesis RPG systems. Now, I really don't think I have many Genesis RPGs at all. If we take a quick peek over here, you can tell, I mean, mostly I got, shoot 'em up games, Japanese shmup games, and, the classics like Golden Axe, and, some Disney games down there. I got some more, Mickey Mouse, and a little bit of Batman and stuff in there, but I really do not have many RPGs at all on the Genesis. I would probably rate the Genesis as my worst system for RPGs. My best being probably the PlayStation 1 and the Super Nintendo. So it's something I really really should have better get on getting into, because I'm really falling behind on, on the whole Sega scene. If you've watched most of my videos, especially my gaming videos, my Life Story 1 stuff, you'll know that most of the Sega stuff my uncle owned and was into. So I left all the Sega stuff to him, and I, took care of all the Nintendo stuff. So most of my Sega System collections are really lacking. So I don't know, maybe one day I'll just go crazy on the old eBay and hook myself some serious Genesis titles and go from there. But hey, let's wrap this baby up. Leave a like if you like Genesis RPGs. Leave a comment below if you don't. Or you do, I don't care. And I'll talk to you next time. Peace.